kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds, and when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call me. Just call me. Just call me. Just call me.
From Bristol Motor Speedway, the Monday Night NASCAR Xfinity Series has finally reached the regular season finale right here on Sim Racing Media. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the last great Coliseum, where tonight the Monday Night NASCAR Xfinity Series is finally ready to see who that round of 12 is going to be made up of. Will it be one of our bubble drivers? Will Brockton Packard or John Wilco make it in? Or will Dennis Mickelson or Claude Furlan hop over them and grab that all-important 12th spot? Brandon Minto leads us here in the point standings with Mike McConville in hot pursuit. One of them will be the regular season champion. The other will be the regular season bridesmaid. I'm Dave Regal, right here alongside my brother from another mother, Mr. Alan Bergen, as we are ready to bring you a special edition here of the Monday Night NASCAR Xfinity Series on Sim Racing Media. We're live here in the Tony Trapasso Memorial Broadcast booth, and we'll be with you every step of the way. From the green flag to the checkered flag, right here on Sim Racing Media. And Alan, I am so stoked because you know what they say, it's Bristol, baby.
Yeah, Bristol, I'm excited. And look, this half mile is fast. It's gonna get wide, and we're gonna put these things on the wall. But back in the 90s, Rusty knew how to get around here, and I would imagine that these guys are going to try to mimic that line, that racing line, that stay on the bottom, stay glued to the bottom. But, ever since they did that diamond grading there in the mid-2000s, there's actually 2 lines of racing. And if you can find that outside line, you're going to be fast.
We saw an incredible race last night here in the Cup Series. Of course, the Cup Series having their elimination race last night. We'll get a chance to peek in on that a little while from now. But right now, as we get ready to rock and roll, looks like Claude Ferland has already gone fast time. Just about 3.5 minutes left in qualifying. But the story of the night right now is Brandon Minto. He leads our points coming into tonight. Now, of course, the points graphic will be updated for next week once we hit that round of 12. But tonight, 71 degrees in the stands. That makes for a 75-degree temperature on the concrete here. And I'll tell you what, ever since they have turned this into basically a stadium for racing, I mean, the action here has just been incredible over most of yours and my lifetimes.
Yeah, so, they basically, all they got left to do is have to put a roof over it, and you got a dome. But, I mean, they've held everything from football games to soccer games to you name it, and now in 2025, we're going to have the Atlanta Braves and the Cincinnati Reds. We're going to play baseball at Bristol next season. But right now, tonight, we're going racing.
Yeah, you know what? I'm looking forward to next year's, baseball game that's going to be here. I mean, we've seen baseball played in many different formats. We've seen racing in many different places. Of course, we saw it at the Los Angeles Memorial Coliseum earlier this year and last year for the Clash, which of course has housed baseball, football, racing, track and field, the Olympics, and now we're getting ready to start migrating that here to Tennessee, of course. And, Bristol, a very unique town in and of itself because it straddles both Tennessee and Virginia. There's actually a bar with a line down the middle of it for where the line is between Tennessee and Virginia. Of course, Tennessee itself also a very unique state in the sense that, it also straddles 2 different time zones. So some of the states in the central time zone, some of it is here in the east, and that's where we are tonight under some nice clear skies, which should allow for some radiational cooling. And what that'll do is really keep this racetrack tightened up. Now, you can see that right now the racetrack is, cleaner than clean, which is just fine. But we're going to see some wear spots as the tires wear in that upper, groove of the racetrack as the night continues. Yeah,
to your point too, Dave. These guys, when they're going to be up on the wheel all night, and it's a dirt racing term that I like to use. They're going to be up on the wheel. They're not going to have time to rest. So that stage break, they're going to be able to catch their breath. But then we're going to be going right back again. 300 laps, 300 miles. We're going to be clicking these off pretty quick.
Clicking them off pretty quick is definitely one way to put it as we start to maybe nosy and mosey around here. Let's see if we can get a hold of Brandon Minto as he's going to be coming in here with a full head of steam tonight. He's already got the regular season, the postseason berth lined up. But, tonight, of course, he still has to be holding off Mikey Mac McConville. So, hey, Brandon, it's Dave and Alan up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I got you guys. How's it going?
Buddy, listen, it's going good, but you're only 19 points ahead of Mike McConville. You're going to have to hold off Big Mikey Mac. What's going to be your strategy tonight?
Hopefully try to stay up front and get all these get as many stage points as I can to try to increase that lead a little bit so that way if I end up getting taken out later in the race, I have a lot more room to work with. Like 19, it's good, but anything can happen. So we got a big showing out tonight, so it's easy for me to make up 19 spots if I get wrecked out or if he gets wrecked out. It's going to be a fun race. I was just sitting here talking with Mike, and we're just like, hopefully we can both make it out of here 0x, but that is very highly unlikely to happen.
Yeah, Mikey Mac is a tough competitor, and I mean, we talk about it all the time. The racing may be virtual, the track may be virtual, but the competition is very real.
Oh yeah, definitely. There's a lot of good drivers in this league. Whenever we finally actually get a green flag run in, it's fun racing these guys week after week, and it's a caution fest, kind of like last week after stage 2 that just turns into very boring racing. But whenever we do get green flag runs, it's very competitive out here.
Well, here we are at the penultimate race of the regular season. I want to thank you for everything that you've done. I know that you and Mike Wright, still work together. And listen, I know that we say it all the time, but I miss Mike. I know that you do too down there in the Ferta Motorsports stable. It looks awful lonely, but listen, good luck tonight, brother, and we'll see you on the other side.
Yes, sir. Have a good one, Dave.
That the voice, all of a sudden, I've got all kinds of crap in my throat as we get Brandon back up here into his race chat. Of course, he sits up there all by his lonesome, but I'll tell you what, he had Mike Wright over his shoulder for such a huge portion of the season, and I know that he's got all of those thoughts and lessons that Mike taught him in his head. Speaking of Mike's, let's go to my boy Mikey Mack out of South Jersey. Yo, brother.
What's up, dude?
Buddy, listen, I'm excited to see you and Minto go at it tonight. You're 19 points behind him. You could be the regular season champion if you could show him that ass.
We need a lot to go our way tonight. We have not been looking forward to this race. We have been looking forward to Kansas, because this race is going to be a demo derby tonight if yesterday is anything to be had. So we're looking towards the playoffs. We're going to smoke them next week at Kansas.
Hey, smoke if you got him. Last night was a rough race here in the Cup Series. I know that, you fell victim to that. And, of course, during those long green flag runs, the dominant drivers can start to lap a lot of this field. Now, you tell me, Dave Regal, what you think, Mike McConville, you have to do in order to come out on top tonight.
Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be hugging the bottom, and when the garbage happens around me, I'm going to try to miss it. And then I'm just going to say my prayers. I'm going to eat my vitamins, lift my weights, brother, and hopefully we'll get 19 positions on Minto at the checkered flag.
All right, brother, listen. Good, you know what? Listen here, brother. I had to really dig down deep for that. I can see why it hurts him so much.
Oh, I got you. What you gonna do, brother, when Mike McConville runs wild on you?
What you gonna do, brother, when Alan Bergen and Dave Regal are up here in the broadcast booth? Oh, my God, we're doing that all night, Alan. We found our shtick for the evening. All right, man, listen. Tell Mama Mac I love her. I appreciate you. I appreciate everything that you bring to the table, and good luck tonight.
Appreciate it. And I got one more. We may be starting in the back, but the cream rises to the top.
This guy right here, he is full of it tonight. Good luck, man.
Appreciate you, brother. Have a good night.
Yo, Alan, you know what? You can say what you will about our weird little niche activity that we do here, but we have some great characters, and I think that it's incredible that, here on a Monday night, we could really watch some of these people, shine and just show themselves off a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I like Monday nights because you get to pull the hair down a little bit and have a little bit of fun. And, well, we get to have that all the time, really. Look, they're doing the hard part. We just got to talk about it.
Yeah, all I have to do is, it's almost like being a security guard in a mall. Just observe and report.
Pretty much. But I tell you what, before we get going here, I had the distinct pleasure of going to the Knoxville Raceway over the weekend. 3 days, great dirt late model racing, the Lucas Oil Dirt Late Model Series, and gotta give a shout out to Jonathan Davenport, who raced in the Cup Series dirt race Bristol last season, and the smooth operator Bobby Pierce pulling off victories in their prelim nights. And then after 75 laps Saturday, Bobby Pierce pulls off the victory.
Well, warm-up is complete here, so we're getting ready to grid up. Everybody has their pit boxes assigned. We can see those things going on here automatically. That's not the one. Where is it? There it is. Here is our starting grid for, of course, Bristol Motor Speedway. It's Bristol, baby. Claude Ferland sits on the pole tonight, and he's going to be just on the inside of Parker Retzloff in the number 5 Funkaway Chevrolet. Brandon Minto and Daniel Moynihan going to be in row number 2, while Tyler Divinanzo, wow, I did this one bad last week too. Tyler Divinanzo and Bennett Allen going to be in row number 3. Tyler Chalk and Austin Green in row number 4, while rounding out your starting top 10 is going to be Austin Call and Sylvain Jolie. Row 6 is Jeremy Brown and Trevor Ryan, while Curtis Sawyer, in his debut race tonight, going to be starting alongside veteran Nick Hansen. Ron Fitting and Derek Bacorn, they're going to be starting side by side in row number 8, while wheel to wheel is going to be the Rabbi Ben Garrity out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, alongside of Zachary Vaughn. Matt Mackin and Richard Pruitt are going to be in row number 20, while Ethan Ball and Mikey McConville starting in 21st and 22nd position. Anthony Savignano and Chris Claude, your chief cook and bottle washer here in the MNN Xfinity Series. They'll be starting in row number 12, while row 13 going to feature Sam Bolin and Dan Morgan. Alexander Gangler and Keith Black in row 14, while 15 is going to contain Logan Giesbrecht and Michael Pilardi, two of our neighbors from the north. Brock Packard and Rich Jett going to be in row 16, with John Wilco and Dennis Mickelson in row 17. Randall Watkins, Mr. 305, he'll be starting tonight, shotgun on the field. But don't you worry, we expect to see a lot of big things out of my brother from the Miami-Dade Fire and Rescue Department, retired off of Engine 3. As right now, Alan, we have 1 to go. Barney's up there in the stand. I'll tell you what, this is the night that I've been waiting for. I've been calling this league for a long time, man. And I love watching these guys go at it. I love everything about this league. They just bring the action week after week, and I could not be more happy to watch what unfolds here tonight as we work our way out of turn number 2. I'll give you the microphone when I'm damn good and ready. But for right now, this is the most exciting part of the evening. Claude Ferland gets those gloves right up on top of the wheel. It's not 10-2, it's more like 11-1. As now we see the iRacing.com pace car wheeling us down pit road. The only thing that's left to do is it's time to wipe the visor and adjust the 5-point harness. Grandma, grab some popcorn and call a friend, because it's Bristol, baby! Race fans, it's showtime!
300 laps, 300 miles, and Parker Retzloff out to the early lead, gets the whole shot. They're working now lap number 2 of the 300 that's scheduled to be here on here tonight. And Dave, this is what Bristol's going to be all about. 2-wide racing. Might even see 3-wide racing, but you don't want to put your car in a situation early on in this race.
No, we saw that a lot last night in the Cup Series. We saw a lot of drivers who got themselves into, let's call a spade a spade. It was a dumb situation for some of these guys. But tonight, I feel like they're going to have everything back here, the way that it's supposed to be. We see here in the YouTube.com live chat as we get that tower scoring here on the left-hand side of your screen, while Parker Retzloff has already jumped out to the lead 0.2 of a second over Claude Ferland. The big dog, Shane Lake, says that he is not getting in the booth tonight. He is still sick as hell. I didn't realize hell was ill, but it is what it is. The Rabbi Ben Garrity says he is so cooked. Then, let's see. Ben Garrity says he has no speed whatsoever. Uncle Scott checking in. He says, go get him, Minto. You love short track racing. And he's right, he does. Of course, short track racing is where it's at for Brandon Minto out of Norman, Oklahoma. Mama Mac McConville saying good luck to Brandon and Mike tonight, as the Michigan Rocker checking in with Uncle Scott. A lot of folks here in the YouTube.com live chat. We have got to have, and there's Ahmed Altaf saying, Dave, what's going on? I'm telling you right now, I love watching our YouTube live chat on a Monday night. I think we have the best fans in all of sim racing sports.
And you know what? You are not wrong there. As we're working lap number 8, and working lap number 9 there. Parker Retzloff still out front in this thing pretty early, but we have pretty much the best fans in all of racing, really.
I mean, the way that some of these guys go at it here on the racetrack, wow, the old Mike windscreen was just popped up here. The way some of these guys go at it, even as we watch, contact here between the 43 and the 61. That's Divinanzo. As we switch back to these two guys, and we're under caution, just kidding. We were going to watch some good racing, but instead we decided to go under caution here as Logan Giesbrecht is registering as having crashed. Let's take a peek. And Giesbrecht may have just had himself a problem. Here's Watkins in the Miller Lite machine. Watkins slows him. Oh, Jesus. There's the 84 of Giesbrecht. I don't know what's going on with Giesbrecht. He may have had a connection issue which brought out the caution. And there's the end of it.
A problem is a problem is a problem.
You know, the thing that scares me most is the fact that cautions can breed cautions. I mean, you know, here we are just on lap number 13 I almost said 500. That would have been bad. Lap number 13 of 300. Bad things can happen from start to finish. Now, the two drivers that you see highlighted in purple, they are your bubble drivers. That's Brock Packard and John Wilco out of McAdoo, Pennsylvania. Of course, we want to keep a close eye on the two of them because they're going to be the ones, either one's going to go home happy and the other one's going to go home angry.
I mean, you can't win them all, but hey, there's got to be winners, there's got to be losers. All you got to do is put yourself in the best situation you can and survive. Survival is key tonight.
As we get ready to go back, green flag racing, it's going to be Parker Retzloff, Claude Ferlin, Tyler Divinanzo, Austin Green, Brandon Minto, Daniel Moynihan, Tyler Chalk, Sylvain Jolie, Jeremy Brown, and Austin Call. We see that top 10 there getting themselves locked back in here. It's going to be an interesting night, that's for sure.
Yeah, these guys are going to be cranked up on the north side of crazy, and, you know, Dave, I could have picked a better night to come in here, jump in here in the broadcast booth with you, but, you know, a lot of my races that I like watching with heat races, the points-wise, I'm not watching the leader, the championship leader, points leader. I'm watching that bubble, that cutoff point. Who's going to make it in? Who's going to make it out?
Well, you know, the interesting thing that we have to deal with, not only with the bubble, is the fact that we are stage racing tonight. So, of course, you know, 300 laps, the total scheduled distance tonight. Driver's going to have 4 tire sets. So that makes the pit window somewhere in and around 75 laps, assuming that they use every drop of fuel. Plus, stage 1 going to end at the conclusion of lap 85, stage 2 at the end of lap 170, and then we're going to have 130 laps at the end of this piece as we go back green flag racing. Parker Retzloff with a good jump over the 61 of Tyler Divinanzo. And, of course, Divinanzo here from one of our other neighbors from the north. He's going to be sitting just in front of Claude Ferlin. And don't look now, but here comes the 32 of Austin Green in that mean black machine.
Yeah, these guys, oh my God. So, look, Parker Retzloff got out to an early jump. Now, you may or may not know this, but he did race here on a Saturday night, or a Friday night rather. We were under caution number 2, and that didn't last long.
No, it didn't. What can I say? I love Bristol for short track racing. I hate Bristol for cautions. Of course, last night in the Cup Series, we had another long night. And you know what? It wasn't bad overall, let's just say that. But over those 500 laps that we ran last night, we had 8 leaders, 23 lead changes, 20 cautions for 91 laps. Now, that was 18 cautions for cause, but still, 18 cautions is way too many when you're trying to get to bed and get to work the next morning.
Oh boy, that's rough.
Oh yeah, it was just fabulous, let me tell you. Me personally, I love being held hostage at the microphone.
Well, the good thing is it's a short track, so it's going to be, you know, a quick and painful one.
Great, it's like a Band-Aid. Still stings like a son of a bitch. Mike McDonald just registered as having crashed. Let's see what happened with him here. There's Mikey Mack in the 1 car. Waiting to see what happened with him. It looks like he's going to pull down to the apron. I don't see him as crashing. Thanks, SDK. Gave me a heart attack. Wait. You got to come back up here. Get there. There you go. Can't park there.
No, you can't.
And we came right back to where we had begun.
You can't park there. Meanwhile, back at the range here, lap 21 of 300, Parker Ratzlaff continues to lead over Tyler. Oh, I'm gonna butcher this one. Divinanzo, yes. So we're gonna. In the nearest lake.
Yeah, absolutely. He's coming. Look, Sinatra was always known to be punching
numbers. Okay, we're gonna start getting doubled up here.
Is there a reason that this caution is taking 12 years?
Besides race control, who knows? I mean, I'm glad I'm at the microphone and not doing what my wife is doing, which is editing 800 photos from the wonderful Knoxville Raceway. So,
when we go back green flag racing, it's going to be Retzlaff, Divinanzo, Green, Furlan, Minto, Moynihan, Jolie, Chalk, Call, and Brown. The question is, what can Brown do for you?
no.
You totally I thought that was a great thing back in the day. You got to race the. We want you to race the truck, Dale.
So my favorite commercial was the Michael Waltrip commercial.
The
where
road track.
No, it was the Sammy Hagar.
10-4. You know what? NASCAR during the heyday of the mid-2000s was just a juggernaut. I mean, it was almost like football during the summer. As we hit the Geico restart zone, Parker Retzlaff drops the hammer, and off we go here on lap number 24.
Now, if Parker Retzlaff can catch a good green flag run, he's going to be dangerous. And that's what the back of the field's really got to go. Because it's only going to take a little bit before Parker Retzlaff has to go, slice and dice through lap traffic. And that's just 2 ends of the race that you're really watching. Not the mid-pack, but you're watching the front end of the race field and then the back end, because Parker Retzlaff, he's coming.
And so is Austin Green. Side by side they go, coming out of turn 2 and down the back chute. Austin Green looking to the inside of Parker Retzlaff. He wants to try to put some pressure on the 5. They drag race down the front stretch and into turn 1. Neither one of these drivers going to be giving up early tonight. This is the time when you want to use as much as you can of the race car, at least if you're an aggressive driver like yours truly, and hence why I'm up here in the broadcast booth. But right now, Austin Green is going to be cooking the bejesus out of those tires. And, to be fair, I'd be willing to bet dollars to donuts, as Grandpa Evans would say, that Retzlaff isn't even breaking a sweat here on lap 28.
No, not even close. So Parker Retzlaff is going to let Austin Green cook the tires, get them hot, get them worn out, and then Parker's going to ride off into the sunset. Working lap number 30 of 300. Here it is. It's they're just right there with each other, not giving each other an inch. But while that's going on, Tyler is right there behind him, and he's slowly going to be catching him. And that's not what anybody wants, really.
We go on board now with the Gulev Ontario Gulf. I don't know. Our neighbor from the north, Tyler Divinanzo, and we're under caution.
Just a bit outside.
I'll say. 92 years old he is.
Oh, gotta
Still
love Bob
works every
Uecker.
day. Well, not every day. He doesn't do the road games. Oh! Moynihan just... Oh, Nikes.
Yeah, you can never watch a baseball movie and not hear Bob Uecker.
I mean, if you're going to watch Major League, it's literally impossible. It's a
I
thing.
know, right? Hey, I love that movie.
We're going to go right here. Let's see, to see where what we can check out from the perspective of Trevor Ryan. Out of Irwin, Pennsylvania, he can see there's the 53 spinning. He goes to check up. Oh!
Oh!
Hey. It was such a shunda. You should never buy gribbiness from Amoyle. It's so chewy. Let's see if we can get a hold of Brock Packard. Hey, Brock, it's Dave up in the booth. You got me?
Yes, sir. I got you loud and clear.
Buddy, listen, I don't want to take too much of your time, but you're one of the bubble drivers tonight. Of course, you sit right there in 12th position. We've got you highlighted in purple tonight. What's going to be, the strategy moving forward is, you've got a lot of ground to make up here.
Well, Dave, the good thing about being a bubble driver, or especially me, is I won that race in Texas in my first time out. So luckily I'm locked in for the playoffs, but I'd still want to get some points here. Moving on to the next round, we're still going to be pretty low down on the playoff bracket. So just got to get the 63 machine up a little further. We're following some TCRJR teammates. We got Mike, Ethan, and Nick right in front of me, and we're just slowly picking our way up through the field. I started 34th, we're 19th, slowly but surely getting there, and no more squeaky pedals like last week, so we're all good. I think we're just trying to click off some laps. 34 or 300. He's got a long way to go.
Yeah, we've got a definite long way to go. I mean, as I take a look here, you're our biggest mover of the race in the plus column, up 12 from where you had started. So, listen, man, good luck the rest of the way. Hopefully we can see you get a little bit deeper into that playoff bracket and insulate yourself from, hopefully not being overtaken by somebody, in the dark horse category.
Yeah, I appreciate it, and thanks for taking the time to interview us.
Absolutely. All right, brother. Good luck.
Thanks, Dave.
That the voice of Brock Packard, driver of the number 63, as we get him moved back on up into the JAR TCR stable. We want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight, making us a part of your evening. We want to thank you for welcoming us into your homes, onto your phones, wherever you may be and however you may be listening. And Ahmed wants to know if he can get a couple of rap verses about NASCAR. No. Plain and simple, no.
No.
The only NASCAR rap that I can do is wrapping a gift for a friend. I do not
can't even.
Otherwise,
I can't even do that well.
I'm going to workshop this one. Now this is the story all about how the race got green flagged. No. I'll work on it. Parker Retzlaff takes off again. Now, we were just getting ready to watch from Tyler Divinanzo's perspective, and he's already here. And you know what? I'm done going to his hood.
I mean, do you got a voodoo doll over there? Because every
That's
time you
twice
go
in
on
a row
board with...
now, and this one may be a mess in the back of the field. This may have started somewhere in and around Tyler Chalk. Let's take a peek. Watch the 97. That's Tyler. Oh, Sylvain Joly gets up into the wall. Tyler Chalk locks him up and spins himself around. And oh, crank.
Okay, so in this point, he does the right thing. Just locks up the brakes. He doesn't try to move up or down the racetrack in everybody's way and still gets KO'd.
Well, we're going to take this opportunity now to step aside and pay some bills here on Sim Racing Media. We want to thank everybody for tuning in. as Tyler Chalk gets himself lined back up here, as we're going to hear from our good friends over at Premier at the Premier Setup Shop. My God. And hopefully when we come back, I don't have whatever this is in the back of my throat. You're watching Monday Night NASCAR.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back to the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Dave Riegel and Alan Bergen with you here in the Tony Trapasso Memorial Broadcast booth. Austin Green was scored as the race leader when the caution came out as he was duking it out with Parker Retzlaff. He drops the hammer and off we go.
Austin Green with the whole shot over Parker Retzlaff. Here comes that number 61 car of Tyler, our neighbor from the north, as we are high above the last great Coliseum in the drone. And Dave, I don't know how Shane Lake got the keys to the drone, but we really got to lock that thing down.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that I left him on the kitchen table. Of course, taking a look over here, it says Lauren Sidney's cheering on Brock Packard, of course, and Mama Mac McConville cheering on Brock as well. Emily Arias, our teammate here, Jesus Christ. Caution number 5.
That was great. Now she's going to think she's Jesus Christ.
Well, on a rocket-powered pogo stick. Emily Urias checking in with us. She's one of our teammates here at Sim Racing Media, and of course you know her from the racetrack as well. One of the finest sim racers here on the service, at least for my money. I mean, to be quite frank, if I was trying to compare myself to anybody, I could compare myself to the racetrack itself and still be awful. Right now there's a kid delivering pizzas on a Vespa that could beat me.
Right now, we're under our 5th caution here of the evening. We're not even to the stage break yet.
47 laps in the books tonight for Alan and Dave Riegel up here in the Tony Trapasso Memorial Broadcast booth. What are your takeaways so far, Alan?
My takeaway is you got to be surviving. Track position is key here at Bristol. Actually, track position is key on any short track. No matter whether you're at Bristol, whether you're at Martinsville, whether you're at Wilkesboro, it doesn't matter. You gotta have track position. And, you know, these guys are showing that Parker Retzlaff is beatable here. The question is he going to be beatable in the late stages? Because he's one of those guys that really knows how to save. And someone's going to get the old bump and run here tonight.
Well, I hope somebody's going to get a bump and run. It won't be you or me. Your wife can't be happy with you. Was bump and run the title of your honeymoon?
No.
Just wondering. Just checking in on you.
It's
Austin
okay.
Green was still scored as the leader, so he's going to have control of the field when we go back. Green flag racing looks like in a couple of laps here. We should be 2 to go. As Barney's up there in the flag stand, his arm is going to get awful tired tonight. I hope he's got some Bengay or some Icy Hot there to keep things loose.
I mean, this is almost going to be the Monday Night Xfinity Series, sponsored by the color yellow.
Yeah, and brought to you by the letter Ah!
Lights still on the iRacing.com base car.
Hannah de Banana says, let's go Sawyer. That's Curtis Sawyer that she's talking about there. Currently running in 7th position. That's where he's being scored as we come across the start-finish line. The iRacing.com pace car lights go out, which means we'll be going back green flag racing, hopefully sometime today. Maybe we can try to keep it green for a little while here. Just an idea. We've got 35 to go in stage number 1.
Well, nonetheless, Austin Green, Parker Retzlaff on the front row as that iRacing.com pace car gets ready to make that hard left-hand turn on the pit road and give control of the field back to Austin Green and Parker Retzlaff. Here we go. Geico restart zone. Barney's at the green flag in the air. We are back to green flag racing at Bristol.
Austin Green slides up trying to see if he can make Parker Retzlaff check up. And now Parker decides to strap on the hairnet and serve lunch to Austin Green. He's going to go fender to fender here as we come out of turn 4 and back to the start-finish line. Parker now works a higher line. He has to throw a block in front of Tyler Divinanzo. This can get interesting yet. It might even get a little hairy, Alan.
So right now Parker's in a great spot because he doesn't have to play defense. He's on offense now. And an offensive Parker is not something that you want to be messing around with. As we are back here right around that. Whoa, we got trouble. And here's caution number 6.
Bang.
Moynihan, Fitting, and Gangler all involved.
Gangler doesn't look like he's happy as he goes scooting away. That hood's flopping in the wind.
As you say, Dave, he is madder than the Keebler Elf getting demoted to Fudgebacker.
Unless the Keebler Elf likes it. You never know. Let's ride along with Alexander Gangler out of Big Rock, Illinois. He rolls out of 2 and down the back chute. He sees the wreck. He gets off the throttle and had no place to go. Yikes. I mean, realistically here, well, Fitting was on the binders. So
Fitting did nothing wrong.
No, maybe we can see a little bit more here. Let's see where this might have originated. There's the 50 coming up into the 3. Hey, that's Savignano, and I mean, I don't want to say it, but we've seen the 50 kind of have this, we'll just say kind of luck, if you will. Let's watch the 50 one more time here from above. He's going to drift up right. Oy, you know what? This could be close. This could go either way. The 3 comes down and the 50 comes up, and 2 cars cannot occupy the same space.
That is the right place, the wrong time.
It's just awful. That's what it is. As here we are live again, and Austin Green somehow, steals away the lead. Now the NTST 22 says, how did the 53 not hit anything? Marissa says, OMG, they nearly got Dan. Second time Moynihan got hit. Did they get Dan? You know what? Let's let's take a look since Larissa seems very concerned. I don't know if she's his insurance agent or what. You gotta know who's at fault for this one. Sees the wreck. He goes high. Not enough time to react.
It's cosmetic. A little sheet metal damage.
Yeah, cosmetic for some people is not a big deal. Cosmetic for you and I, that could be a crisis. We're averaging less laps per caution than Watkins Glen somehow. Well, that's true, but it's about the time. NTST 22. Still not happy. I mean, 6 cautions in 60 laps. We're basically at 10 laps per. This is ridiculous.
I mean, we've run 6 10-lap heat races now. Nonetheless, here on lap number 58, under caution for the 6th time in 58 laps, and so far I think the pace car has led more laps than Austin Green here. He was up 7 spots. Parker Ritzleft, though, as I mentioned, he's going to be on that outside as we get ready to come back to green, and Austin Green with the pole shot there, and look, there's going to be a lot of bent sheet metal and hurt feelings after this one.
Ahmed telling me that there's got to be less phlegm on his name, so not near as much. I'll correct your spelling on phlegm, but less phlegm on Ahmed. I do appreciate that. As we get back underway, let's take a look at Curtis Sawyer. As Sawyer here in the 03 works the high side of the 46. That's Jeremy Brown on the low side. Jeremy, and there we are.
Caution number 7.
This one looks like it may have come in the form of Ben Garrity out of Pittsburgh, PA. Here in the 65, let's watch him. And here comes, whoa, wow.
Was that wall kosher?
I hope so, because he definitely just ate it.
I had to.
That's the best. I you know what? It might have been like a kosher dill. Let's watch. Yeah, you see how that wheel kind of blipped right here? Watch the wheel. It snaps over. And now he's holding on for dear life. Oh! Yeah, he was having a hardware issue. We can see that with the way that his hands were flopping around. Caution number 7. Oh, what joy. Are we at 85 yet?
No. We're not even close.
Larissa said that that's the money I owed. Let's see. Dave, Skinny Note took my kids if Moynihan doesn't win. Larissa said that that's the money that she owes Dave. She's fronting Ahmed the money to get his kids back. How does Minto... Richard Putnam wants to know, how does Minto have a chance to drink beer on this track? Are you kidding me? We've had 7 cautions. He could be halfway through a 6-pack. I was fairly determined tonight to do this race sober, but y'all are starting to make me have to run to the fridge because there's a 12-pack of Yingling Flight and they're calling my name. Mostly because I'm too lazy to mix a cocktail.
Thick. Oh boy.
Necesito cerveza. Skinny Note says that the plot is thick, Dave.
Yeah.
Is it that I am thick or not?
No, the plot, not you.
And the NTST 22 says, run some ads, run to the fridge. Are you all saying that you prefer me tipsy?
Well, I mean, like every great announcer, you gotta have that bottle of scotch or that bottle of liquor. Like
I've got vodka on the floor next to me, but I don't have anything to mix it
Hey, look, girlfriends
Ahmed,
encourage you
I'll
to
get
drink
to you.
more.
Here we go. Philly cheesesteak place from Ahmed. All right. Since we've got some time,
Y'all did it now. Here we go. Austin Green rather, on the inside of Parker Retzlaff, waiting for the iRacing.com pace car to take the hard left turn on the green, or onto pit road rather, as we are coming off of turn number 3 and 4. There's the pace car making a hard left. Austin Green. And we are green flag racing from Bristol, Tennessee. Austin Green gets the whole shot. I have no idea.
I think vodka's made out of lighter fluid.
Austin Green with the whole shot. Here comes Parker Retzlaff and Tyler on the catching the top 2 right now. But right now we have 25 cars on the lead lap with Anthony Savignano right there, currently running 25th. We have made it through 2 laps here of green flag racing.
Well, that's
Green.
That's an accomplishment. Somebody just got a participation trophy for that.
I don't believe in participation trophies.
I mean, I've seen your physique. I don't believe that you believe in participation. You know those presidential and the national little red.
Oh God! Don't even
from Jim.
Don't
You
even
never got
get
one of
me
those,
started
did you?
on- Not a chance.
Unless you were the kid handing them out.
I wasn't even that. I didn't get to do that. I didn't get to do that.
Skinny Note checking in here, starting the Ahmed cheer. As Ahmed said, don't you dare say Delisandros. They're delicious. Let's take a look here at Trevor Ryan just ahead of Mikey Mac McConville. In the produce place in Delhi down there in North Cape May, New Jersey. He's cranked up to crazy as he's starting to reel in the 18. Ahmed just picked up that I roasted you for that one. I mean, I'll wait for a comeback. I got all night. They pay me by the hour. Hey, look. Hey, look, Alan. We're 10 laps to go in stage 1.
I know, right? It's a miracle.
Christmas. It might be. It's a Christmas miracle. Taking a look back here at John Wilco, who's in 13th right now in our point standings. I hope that's, well, it says WAP there on the front of his car. I hope that he means wings and pizza. Oh, never mind. WAB.
Wow.
Sorry. Got excited for a minute. Thought we were going to have something new to talk about tonight.
Hey, I tell you what though, I didn't get me a Casey's General Store pizza. It was fire.
Yes, Delisandro's is the place, Ahmed, as we go under caution for the 8th time tonight. And now, folks, back by popular demand, is a double scotch, and I'm going to go pour it. I'll be right back, and we will be right back after these messages.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made.
center. Maska can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force it off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom. Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. They bang doors, but keep it clean.
As they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh
and to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Apromitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back to Bristol Motor Speedway, where, you know what? Your broadcaster has officially been driven to drink. Actually, with no help from NTST 22, as well, obviously, I have a brand. Tonight it just happens to be bourbon. Austin Green going to be our race leader when we come back. Green Flag Racing will have 2 laps to go here in stage number 1 as Austin Green takes the green flag.
You know, just thinking about the iRacing.com live or the YouTube.com
Oh,
live chat.
there goes the 43. And if that doesn't end stage 1, I will right now. 9 cautions in one stage over 85 laps.
NTST 22 is a real friend because real friends encourage you to drink more.
To be fair, I didn't raid the fridge. I raided the liquor cabinet and the ice cube tray.
Did you at least refill it?
I don't have to yet. It was a fresh tray.
Okay.
I have multiple trays. We never run out of ice in my house. And by we, I mean me.
You know, growing up, we never had the automatic ice maker either. And that would, you know, that would short circuit my father. Is if you empty the last ice tray, refill it.
Well, Austin Green not going to be available, but it looks like we've got plenty of other drivers that are available. Right now, Austin Call is going to be scored as our race leader when we go back Green Flag Racing. Let's see if we can find Austin Call. So help me God, if these guys aren't sitting in race chat, nope. Austin Call's not there either.
Got him.
All right, we'll bring him. Hey,
Yeah.
Austin, it's Dave and Alan up in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah.
Well, when we go back green flag racing, you're going to be in control of the field. You came down on lap number 80. I'd say, how does the car feel? But after 9 cautions, it's almost like you barely even had to do anything out there.
I mean, yeah, the cars felt stable so far. I haven't really gotten loose that much. Obviously, I got back into the back of the 08, caused that caution. Really feel bad about that one though. But other than that, yeah, car feels good.
Yeah, you got to be careful when you get into the back of the 08. That's Sylvain Joly, and they're from Canada, and you don't want to create an international incident just because you didn't check up hard enough. Have you ever seen Justin Trudeau? Their prime minister in Canada means business.
Yeah, no, I'm not trying to start anything there.
All right, buddy. Well, listen, looks like the iRacing.com pace car lights are out, so we're going to let you go. But good luck the rest of the way. And, hey, listen, maybe you can bring home a stage win here now.
All right, thank you.
All right, and that was the voice of Austin Call. Jeremy Brown, Austin Call on the front row here as we get ready to come back to green on lap number 89 of 300. And, well, here we go again. Austin Call, Jeremy Brown, and we are back to green flag racing. Lap number 89, now working lap number 90.
We're working our way toward lap 170 here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Dave Regal and Alan Bergen with you in the Tony Trapasso Memorial Broadcast booth. We have had a flurry of cautions, all 9 of them for cause tonight. I realize that I sound a little frustrated, and I feel like at this pace we might have 27 before the end of this race. As, of course, we still have a long way to son of a biscuit.
Dave Regal might need to seek counseling after this one.
I'm going to turn in my microphone and headphones.
We're under caution for the 10th time here tonight, and
Uncle Scott confirming what I believed earlier, that with all of these cautions, Brandon is definitely able to sit there and crack open some Miller Lights. I'm gonna have to send a case of Yingling Flight up to Uncle Scott and one out to Norman, Oklahoma. I realize that they like their Miller Lite, and I appreciate that. And of course, everybody likes to go macro, especially you people down there in St. Louis, the home of macro Satanism.
Oh, my wife heard that. So look, my wife, my lovely wife, the love of my life. She goes, "You tell Dave Regal that he's losing brownie points every time you're on Budweiser."
Look, I mean, we can forgive her taste in men, okay? Because we love them. But the taste in beer, I don't know if I can forgive.
Fair enough.
That's what it is. You are the Budweiser of our team.
I prefer the guy that started showing up and never went away.
Oh, like herpes.
Yeah, I mean,
He's like herpes. He doesn't go away. Sometimes we got to take a pill to get him back under control. His name is Alan Bergen. My name is Dave Regal, the voice of Monday Night NASCAR and all things SNN related. And I'll tell you what, tomorrow night we've got another barn burner in store for you, if I feel like it or if I haven't taken a long walk off a short pier. 10 cautions over 95 laps. That's 1 caution for every 9.5 laps, and we haven't really even gotten that.
No.
And folks, to be fair, this is not the kind of racing that we're used to seeing from these drivers. You have to understand that we're here, at the finale for the regular season, so there's a lot of drivers with a lot on the line, so they're all getting pretty chippy down there. The interesting thing is that because of all of these caution laps, we still have 24 cars on the lead lap and then some. Sylvain Joly and Trevor Ryan right now being scored the last and Ryan just blinks out. Trevor Ryan being scored the last car in the lead lap for the time being. Uncle Scott says I need to send it. I will send a case of flight to Norman, Oklahoma, and up to Michigan, where Uncle Scott is. Put that on your list of things to do, Alan. They've earned it. Just in case you don't have enough to do. Because, look, I said it last night on the air. You are probably the hardest working man here at SRM. I just open the mic and, pour a glass and we're fine. But, you do all of that back-end work, and wait, Jesus. It's a polka festival with an accordion on the low side of the racetrack. Good Lord.
Oh, that is... Look, when the green flag drops, you gotta go. You got to.
Why, is that the point of racing? To go when the green flag flies?
It is.
The 91 right now of Zachary Vaughn holding the high side with the 32 of Austin Green just behind. We're going to go on board here with Austin Green, and hopefully we don't bring out a caution ourselves this time. Contact between the 91 and the 50. Oh, we're playing a very dangerous game. Every time we've gone on board with one of our drivers tonight, a caution comes out. We're finally about to hit the century mark here at lap 100 when we roll out of turn 4 this time by there. Oh, shnikes! And of course, it has to be the driver we're riding.
He saves it. He saves it. He saves it. He saves it. We're good. We're good. Stay green. Please stay green.
We're going to go back to that. Oh, he got nuzzled into by former series champion Bennett Allen. Everybody checks up and everybody scurries away. No harm, no foul. Thank you, Jesus.
Except for Austin Green's fire suit.
Well, Austin Call just laid down fast time of the race. Nope, I'm just lying. It's Tyler Devenanzo. He just laid down a 14.85. They are almost faster tonight than they were last night. Now, if only they could string together a couple of, green flag runs here. This could get really interesting as Addison DeRossier says, let's go, Minto! By the way, am I saying DeRossier properly? Is this the French pronunciation? Just trying to find it.
Asking for a friend?
No, I'm asking for me. I don't have any actual friends. I mean, I've got you guys here. Quite frankly, nobody else knew what to do.
Okay. I'll take that. Right now we're watching Bennett, who's definitely in it. He's battling Tyler. The battle of two Tylers going on right now. And this is a battle right now for that 8th position, as they're almost 3 wide here, and that's not what you really want to do here at Bristol.
Keep going. I have to break some news here momentarily.
And right now we are, watching Tyler DeVizanato. There you go. I just butchered it. Brandon Minto right there in that number 12. He's 11th, and this is going to be a battle for 10th. As up ahead of those guys is Bennett Allen and Tyler Clark, and that's a battle for 8th. They're side by side. Here comes the 61 car. He's looking. Bennett Allen finally gets around Tyler Chuck, and that's for the 8th position. Here comes the 61 car. Back to the battle of Tylers.
And ladies and gentlemen, breaking news out of South Philadelphia after Carlos Estevez got Michael Busch to fly out to right center field. The Philadelphia Phillies have clinched the National League Eastern Division.
Yippee.
I know.
Hey, look, it's still sour grapes. It's still sour grapes.
You can have sour grapes. It's fine. I'm going to ride this. I'm going to ride this like a really poor horse.
Look, my beloved St. Louis Cardinals got out of the gate, and then they never went anywhere.
Well, just taking a look over here. Oh, jeez. That's a CSV file, that's for sure. Right
Right now
a few
we're
days away from the end of baseball season. Of course, the Phillies going to
Womp,
be.
womp, womp.
Well, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine for you and Frank, Father Frank.
I don't see a
You
problem.
guys
Frank
look.
gets a break.
No, the Padres are in.
Oh, they are. How
You
about
still
that?
gotta work. Hey, Mike Schultz has never got fired for St. Louis.
Well, see, the interesting thing is that tonight's game was the opening in the series against the Cubbies here at home, and then the Phillies wrap up the rest of the season on, of course, Fan Appreciation Night going to be on Wednesday night, the 25th. But Friday, Saturday, and the Phillies are off Thursday, as they'll be traveling from here at home down to D.C. And look, caution number 11. Uh-oh, this one might have involved Randall Watkins. Let's take a look. Randall Watkins here in the 27. He just got punted, is what he did.
Did Bennett Allen even hit the brakes?
No.
Didn't think so.
No. In fact, let's go back to this and let's go over here to where Bennett might have been. Now I can't find Bennett. No, he actually throttled up into him. He actually throttled up into him.
I don't like calling out drivers, but come on, dude.
Well, when we go back, green flag racing for the 11th time. Austin Call is going to lead Parker Retzloff, Jeremy Brown, Austin Green, Dennis Mickelson, Zachary Vaughn, Bennett Allen, Anthony Savignano, Tyler Divinanzo, and Tyler Chalk. That's your top 10. I'm Dave Regal, and he's Alan Bergen. Want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. So we were just saying just a few games. Okay, here we go. DeRossier. Aaron Mack. Hey, there's Aaron Mack checking in. Addison, I got it right for the most part. Addison DeRossier. Huh. Finally, all of these years of watching hockey pay off. That's the only French I know. How else do you think I know how to say Claude Furland?
True. You're not wrong. I'm going to silently be rooting
for
on.
a little bit of clarification here. Why did the 15 need to go after the 27? Mama, I don't know. I do not know. And I don't want to ask, only because I'm afraid that words may be said on this channel that don't belong anywhere.
And we don't want to have to go to church and put a 20 in the plate either.
That may change anyway. Uncle Scott has said that he's had lots of Yuengling very good beer. See, look, Uncle Scott's got class, Alan. Why can't you have some? You know, there's 3 types of class: high class, low class, and no class. And if you don't like Yuengling beer, then you got no class.
Look.
I got tonight we're on Basil Heidenberg. This is enough to. This is enough to breathe fire with. It's delicious. Because if you're gonna drink, you might as well drink the good stuff.
So are you one of those people that have like the good stuff, and then when your friends come over, as we get ready to go back to green, Austin Call into the Geico restart zone. Austin Call gets a whole shot, and 2 cars go past Parker, and 2. That's going to allow Parker to get that 2-for-1 special here. Here on lap 23. There he goes by the 32 car, and Austin car. It looks like that high line is starting to come in. That low line is starting to go away. Parker Retzlaff falling back to third position. Austin Call still with the lead. It's the battle of the Austins. Parker's going to slip right back to third, and here we go as the Austin Call and Austin Green show is about to take place. Here lap
Good
125.
Lord, they almost exchanged fender paint. Looking for a little bit of Chicago Blackhawks colors with that black and red between the 32 and the 40, but don't look now. Here comes Parker Retzlaff. We're going to go on board with him. Let's take a chance here. As Retzlaff is starting to reel in the 32, he's kind of, it's almost like a cat and mouse game. He lets the 32 of Austin Green run away just a little bit, but realistic, wow. And you can see, Parker Retzlaff running his own race. He's not going to be affected by these two drivers up there. He knows when he gets there that he can make the move.
Exactly. Well, I mean, he does have experience on this racetrack. Here on lap number 128, and you can see him almost diamonding the corner as Austin Call gets a little squirrely coming off the corner. Parker's just smooth as a baby's bottom. Back in the 90s, this track used to be a real bottom dominant track. And ever since they did that.
Oh, look, caution number 12. Yay. Oh, it's Chris. Let's take a look and see what happened with Chris here. Chris and that Tennessee Volunteer. Look, I like this paint scheme. I'm kind of upset that he just wrecked it. He got wiggled by the 50. Ay.
Out of all the things that make me want to regurgitate in my mouth.
That's where you draw the line. Yeah, Chris drifted up the racetrack. That might be on him this time around.
Look, that needs to be blue and say UK on there.
United Kingdom? That's a weird thing to cheer for.
No, the University of Kentucky.
Why?
Because I'm a fan. I don't know.
Okay, all right, fair enough. I'll let it be.
That was my first choice school back in high school. Back some years ago.
I didn't realize they had classes in Braille, so you get the feel of it. Ahmed, here's where Daniel Moynihan is out of Boston, Massachusetts. Currently running in 22nd position. And he's going to come down pit road for service here. A lot of these drivers are already, let's just say, messed up. It's been a long night for many of these guys. The clean cars are the ones at the front. But beyond about 11th position, that's when things start to get a little sketchy when it comes to whether or not there's no paint on those cars.
I mean, good thing it's a short track and downforce doesn't really matter to a sense. But I will say this, Dave, I am going to start a movement that we need Wawa in St. Louis.
Buddy, I will be there for the grand opening of the first Wawa in St. Louis whenever it
You're
happens.
going to be breaking ground, my guy.
Yeah, with a plastic spoon that I stole from the Wawa food counter.
I'm starting the movement. We need Wawa in St. Louis. Anybody?
If you're starting the movement, get to the bathroom now. No one wants to see you have a movement on the air.
Not a bowel movement. Just oh, God.
Well, things have deteriorated mildly here tonight.
On which end? Our end is fine. I think Hall with the lead right now. Parker Retzlaff running second position, in Austin Green currently mired back in that third position as we get ready to get these guys lined up. The lights are out on that iRacing.com pace car. And your bubble driver, Broxton Packard, is currently in that 10th position. So we get ready to come back to green. Austin Call choosing that outside line, as that has been the money line all night. Bennett Allen. Bennett was definitely in it with Randall Watkins in that number 27 car. Finds himself up here in that 5th position with Zach Vaughn in that number 91 car as we get ready to come back to Green Flag Racing. Now lap 135. Austin Call. Parker Retzlaff on through the Geico restart zone, and we are down and away, working lap number 136.
Lap 136, and we're back here at Bristol Motor Speedway. Dave Regal and Alan Bergen with you, calling all the shots. Parker Retzlaff just blew the doors right off of the 40, but wow, he might have gotten a little too wild, and the 40 capitalizes on it. That opens the door for the 32 of Austin Green, as now he's going to be side by side with the Funkaway Chevrolet as they haul it down here into turn 3. They're going to be door handle to door handle. They can almost waggle one another's fingers at each other. We look a little bit further back. Here's our boy Brockton Packer, as Brock here in the 63 works side by side with the 91. We're on our way to lap 185. I think this is going to be the run, Alan. I think we're finally there.
Maybe, but right now, Brockton Packer is on that inside line. Everybody's running high. The high line's there right now. That's the money line. As Parker Retzlaff, we have a lead change. Think about that. Parker Retzlaff is slow on the racetrack. He might have gotten to the wall as he is bleeding positions back to 7th. But here we go. Here comes Brockton Packer net. And the inside line is the 91. Zach Vaughn gets into the wall. Here comes Austin Call. He's bleeding here right now. He's got a 3/10 of a second, or a quarter of a tenth of a second gap on Austin Green. And Bennett Allen running in that 4th position, out 2 spots. Right now, Dennis Mickelson is your biggest mover so far, up 29 spots, running in that top 5.
Brock Packard now gets himself single file, but don't look now. Here's Parker Retzlaff now. Retzlaff has slid a little bit further back here in the standings. Now he's just ahead of Tyler Divinanzo, as Divinanzo now trails Retzlaff by just less than 2/10 of a second. A lot of battles are starting to break out here on the racetrack. This is the kind of racing that we expected to see. Clean and side by side, no matter what, as of course the 96 of Ethan Ball now trails the 12 and now the 77 of Rich Jett. Oy vey. They've got to get around Alexander Gangler, and as they get around Gangler, Ball here is going to stick to the low side as he starts to try to reel in the 77.
There we go. Ethan Ball in that number 96 car. That Lynn's sponsor number 98 is, he's working that double natural of Rich Jett for all it's worth, and that's a pretty heavy battle right there. Right now, Rich Jett is a battle for 12th, and these guys are racing like it's the last lap. But just up ahead, you're going to have Zach Vaughn battling, looks like Austin Call is sliding backwards, and he's slow on the racetrack. 13.
Austin Call cannot be happy. I don't think he wants to be there. Let's take a look. Here's Austin Call just behind the 32 of Austin Green. They go side by side and contact. In a battle for the lead, you do not want to. And he noses into that not so safer barrier on the inside.
That's gonna hurt. Don't look like there's too much damage. It looks like it's okay. It looks like he just squared up on the wall and just hit it.
Austin Green, Jeremy Brown, Parker Retzlaff, and now Retzlaff is, never mind, not down pit road. Timing and scoring says he is, but I know he's not. Oh, wait. Let's try this. Yeah, he's down pit road. That's fine.
We're almost there. You know, okay. Now that you bring it, buckle up. So I was watching on YouTube. Great platform, anyway. They have these igloos where the bedroom is nothing but glass, and you can watch the Northern Lights.
That also means that the people outside can watch you inside.
True.
I mean, that's fine if you're into that kind of thing. I mean, is it just the bedroom or is the bathroom part of this too? Because if somebody's going to watch me first thing in the morning, I got news for them. It ain't pretty.
Just
I'm
the
sorry,
bedroom.
did you think that I wake up looking this handsome every morning? I got news for you.
Look, when I look, I'm probably the best thing that come out since sliced bread. That's beside the point. But it takes a lot to look as good as you and I do, Dave.
Yeah, you know, chisels, burlap sacks, rope. My dad told me one thing that sticks with me to this very day. If he would have had his way, I would have been wiped off on the drapes.
Oh,
the worst part is knowing what I've gone through as a human. I think he really means that. I don't think he's joking at this point.
He left 153. Austin Green and Jeremy Brown now occupy the front row with Bennett Allen and Dennis Mickelson there in that number 25 car. And, well, guess what? We're getting ready to go back to green flag racing.
Austin Green with control of the field. He's got the 2022 MNN Xfinity Series champion Bennett Allen just behind him. The green flag waves and we're back underway. Austin Green trying to scurry away from as many of these drivers as he can. He doesn't want to be challenged for this lead. He wants to try to hold on to this and stay ahead of the mayhem. Meanwhile, we look back here at Divinanzo, who's just behind. Oy vey, there it goes. A little bit of contact between the 61 and the 46. They keep it pointed in the right direction. But the 25 of Dennis Mickelson and the 63 of Brock Packard are in hot pursuit and ready to pounce at a moment's notice if one of these two drivers should make a fatal error.
I mean, they're going to make an error. It's almost inevitable. But right now, the 61 car is losing positions. And he's starting to battle back. It's almost like that outside line. There's so many people running the outside line. It's just, you know, they can't get slowed up in time. So, you know, the 61 car is right for being down there on the bottom side of the racetrack. Even though he's not really making up any time, he's not really losing anything either, though.
On board with Brock Packard as he sees this battle going on around him, in front of him, behind him. Brock Packard holding his own after the 25 of Mickelson rubs the wall. He tries to keep it moving. Packard has all kinds of momentum. He could get around the 25, but he's pinned in by the 61 of Tyler Divinanzo. He's going to have to find a 2x2 way, not 3 wide, to get around the 25, as right now it looks like the 61 of Divinanzo has him pinned in here. I don't know. Right now he's being held hostage.
Divinanzo on the inside line, trying to make things work. John Wilco, though, they're in the number 62 car right behind. Well, here comes. Remember that race I was telling you about?
I do.
Yeah, so here comes Parker Retzlaff. Gonna get loose. He's going to dirt track it off the corner. And that's going to allow the 23 car. Oh, goodness. I could go so many directions with that 3 car, but we'll go straight out with it.
162 laps in the books, 23 to go this time by. And now 22. I just heard somebody's motor pop. That couldn't have been good. I don't know who it was. I don't see anybody wildly off pace. There it is.
Wilco got into the
Wilco
wall.
got into the wall. But I heard someone's engine pop.
It might have been Moynihan.
Could have been.
The 23 car. Right now, wow. Okay. Gonna bring it back in. Derek Bakhorn there in that number 23 car. They're sporting a little blue pill.
Listen, he's just trying to stand up tall. Derek Bakhorn here in the Viagra machine. He's trying to stand tall, running in 19th position, but he's got a lot of room to grow here, as he's already down 3 spots from where he had qualified in 16th. He's got a lot of work to try to get up here to where they currently are running even faster. There's Austin Green. That's your race leader here. And Austin and Ben and Allen are starting to run away with this thing.
This is what we're gonna see as Austin Green's eventually gonna catch the back of this field, and then he's gotta start working his way through lap traffic. The only way that lead will get erased is by a caution flag, but we're getting closer to the end of stage 2, and wow. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been working lap number 170. We're starting to get that green flag run that we've all been waiting for.
Yeah, this is what Monday Night NASCAR is supposed to be made of as we look back here to Rich Jett and the 91 of Zachary Vaughn. That double natural of Rich Jett slides here underneath Vaughn. Now he's got to get around the lap car of Alexander Gangler. And we spoke too soon.
There it is.
With 15 laps to go here in stage number 2, we may just have it's showing up here as just maybe a debris caution. I don't see anybody else off pace.
Gotta love debris cautions. Not.
Well, and during that, we're going to step aside and pay some bills here on Sim Racing Media. I'm Dave Riegel, he's Alan Bergen, and this is Monday Night NASCAR.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Masker can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force it off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line. Here comes Frisch on the bottom. Richard's going to hold the inside. Tries to be the late breaker here. They're going to be side by side through the final chicane. Dave
straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh my
and to the line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Apromitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
Welcome back to Bristol Motor Speedway, the last great Coliseum here in Thunder Valley, Tennessee. Austin Green with control of the field watches the iRacing.com pace car peel on down pit road. He hits the loud pedal, and we go back underway here on lap number 177. We've got about 8 laps to go here in stage number 2.
8 laps to go. It's an 8-lap shootout to the end of stage 2. As we got Tyler DeFazanato right there on the outside line. He's going to take a chance and head to the high side where Mama hides the cookies. Bennett Allen chasing down Austin Green. And this is going to be for the lead here. As, well, Brock Packard wants to get in on this race too. And we are under caution for the 15th time tonight.
Looks like this one was toward the rear of the field as well. Let's take a look. Looks like it may have started around Tyler Chalk. Let's watch Chalk here in the 97. Up, the 96 gets loose. The 5 checks up. Collects the 97. The 96 turns around. Oh, Nikes.
Oh, boy. And the 23 car hard into the pile. Tough break from McAdoo's own John Wilco. Here's for Jet and down. Oh, you know, it's gonna be so frustrating when the practice closes up and NTST 22 is using Pig Latin.
No, it just says Jesus Christ.
Okay.
It's Latin-esque.
Well, they're either running out of laps or Dave's running out of liquor. I don't know what's going to happen first, but...
I just don't know how to feel about this. I really don't.
Feels like the date's gone south and you're not going to recover from it.
I can tell you this much. I feel bad for people that don't drink because when they wake up in the morning, that's the best they're going to feel all day.
Oh, goodness. You know, I'm not really that big of a drinker.
No, you're just a big guy.
Sure. Sure. But over the weekend, so check this out. I stayed in wonderful Newton, Iowa. And I woke up Friday thinking, I'm going to go get some breakfast. What does Alan want for breakfast? He wants IHOP, International House of Pancakes. So what does he have to do? Drives 40 minutes to Des Moines, Iowa. Because there's not a Denny's, a Waffle House, or an IHOP in Newton, Iowa. There's a Starbucks, Culver's, and Hardee's. And along the way, there on I-80 West, about halfway, someone decided to plop a hotel in the backside of someone's cornfield.
You went all the way to Newton, Iowa for IHOP. Is there no local restaurant at all?
No, I went to Des Moines, Iowa for IHOP.
That's even worse.
Hey, look, your boy wanted some pancakes. And the hotel breakfast sucked.
McDonald's didn't have a big breakfast deal?
There wasn't a McDonald's. And they're everywhere.
Now, yeah, now that I may have to call a little BS on, but here we are. 1 lap to go here. It's going to be a 1-lap shootout in stage 2. So get ready for another caution. Here we go. So excited. Austin Green flies out of turn 4. He's side by side with Bennett Allen. They cross the start-finish line. Wait a second. We missed the stage break. We're in stage 2.
Thought we were in stage 3.
We are in stage 3 now.
Okay. That's okay. Austin Green with the lead. Here comes Bennett Allen in that number 15 car. He is Bennett, and he is definitely in it now. As Tyler right there on the outside working his way past Bennett Allen for his second position. Side by side. Bennett gets a little loose, but he saves it. And that is going to allow the 61 car to get past Bennett Allen. Bennett Allen's going to try to fight back on the inside. Now the inside line's coming in. Right now, Parker Retzler's taking an extended stay on pit road. As we are working lap 190 of 300. With 111 laps left to go.
I do apologize for missing the end of stage 2, but sorry, not sorry. We've had enough cautions that it just threw me off.
Right, as Bennett Allen is working the inside of that 61 car once again. And Bennett is... Wow, is that an emoji on the hood of that race car?
Sure is.
Oh. Good night.
Let's go ahead here to Bennett Allen's paint scheme. I don't know what that is, but it looks like a party in his mouth. And everybody's coming. Oh, it's Smiling Friends.
Smiling Friends. Working lap 194 of 300 here. We're getting to the closing end of this race here. And, you know, of the highest bubble drivers, Brock Packard right in 4th position. John Wilco is back there in, well, he's all the way back here in 19th and a couple laps down. As we're definitely starting to see attrition set in.
Matt attrition? Oh, that's Matt Patricia, my bad. Is he working right now in the NFL?
I have no idea.
Where is Matt Patricia? We'll be looking that up. Looking for Matt Patricia. He definitely doesn't look like a Patricia. Oh. This is interesting.
Here we go, Dave. While you look that up, I have all the list of restaurants in Newton, Iowa, which is not IHOP or McDonald's.
Matt Patricia was hired by the Eagles as a senior defensive assistant during the 2023 offseason.
Nice.
Huh. Here's a fun one, though, and I don't mean fun in a good way. There was a 1996 sexual assault indictment. In May 2018, his hire as Detroit Lions head coach received public scrutiny when reporters discovered that he had been indicted for sexual assault in 1996. In response, the Lions team president, Rod Wood, initially stated, "I don't know anything about this," but a few hours later he said, "I'm very comfortable with the process of interviewing and pulling out." The charges were dismissed because the victim refused to testify. Oh, look. the NFL covered for someone.
Oh boy. Caution number 16 on the day.
Oh, from Sai. Well, Matt Patricia, interesting human. That's what I'm getting out of this one. Want to thank everybody for tuning into the YouTube.com live chat. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you subscribe and turn on those bell notifications. Dave Regal and Alan Bergen with you here in the Tony Trapasso Memorial Broadcast booth. Now, initially at the beginning of this race, Alan, I almost called you Tony. That's horrifying. We saw a track temperature of 75. It's only bumped up to 76. But look at where some of these tire marks are in the concrete. We're finally starting to see this thing blacken out.
Yeah, the track's finally starting to take rubber. You know, here in the mid part of the race, you know, we got just under 95 laps to go. We have seen the outside line working and now the inside line's working. Everybody's migrated to the bottom. No one's really on the top anymore. So that's what iRacing has done a very good job with, is getting those lines to move around. Now these guys are going to start searching for grip.
Get that old stick 'em.
Yes, absolutely.
Is it weird that my Jim Beam glass was made in China?
No.
Seems like everything's made there. I can tell you exactly where I need to stop, though. Holy crap. There's a heavy glass. "16th caution tonight. Yay! I think that's what's more frustrating than anything. We're at 93 laps to go, and we're at just fewer than the total number of cautions last night, with 500 laps.
Well, meanwhile, that iRacing.com pace car has the lights out, and we are doing it Noah's Ark style behind that iRacing.com pace car. Austin Green, Bennett Allen on the front row, Brock Packard, and Trevor Ryan, and at number 18 will be your second row there. The iRacing.com pace car pulls off the racetrack through the Geico restart zone, and Austin Green will lead us back to green flag racing. Bennett Allen on the outside. Here comes Brock Packard, but nonetheless, here comes Dennis Mickelson. Dennis Mickelson up 30 spots. He is riding fourth position as Trevor Ryan is mired back in that fifth spot, down out 7. Brock Packard, the highest of your playoff drivers right now, or the bubble drivers. Working lap 210. We got a car into the wall.
Oh, look, the caution is out. Tyler Divinanzo, though. This is kind of wild. Let's see what happened here. Now watch Divinanzo here. He's the 61 just underneath. Oh, Lord. They make contact, and he just hit the inside wall hard.
That will effectively end his night. Working lap 211 of 300 here. We're getting closer and closer, inch by inch. Slowly but surely, making our way back to the you know. We know where I was going with it.
Buddy, I'll go wherever you go, that's for sure. That's why we're a good team. It's been a long night here at Bristol.
Well, I tell you what, though.
Can I just go ahead?
No, let's hear the rant.
No.
Rant
This
time.
is actually this is a positive thing. Can I just say now? I know that Dale Jr. ran the Xfinity race on Saturday night here, and I gotta say, it's great to see somebody come out who's a retired driver, run a special race. Of course, put some butts in the seats. Of course, I got to see him last year at Homestead, Miami, but and finish 7th. Like, what a feat that is to come cold and do so well.
Well, think about it like this, though, Dave. He's still running short tracks, so he's kind of his career's kind of coming full circle. So he started out doing short tracks. So it's not like he's sitting on the couch, 5 nights a week. Mostly out to the shop, tinker with the car a little bit. He's like full encased in that late model program that he's got going on. With him and Carson Quaffle. And so, I mean, he's still, it's all about muscle memory.
Well, and Lord only knows he's got the memory to get around this place. He's turned enough laps here.
I mean, yeah, he overcame a radio harness failure. Now here, okay. So here, I'm going to go to the other extreme, right? So Friday night, Johnson Davenport picks up the win at Knoxville. $7,000 payday, and still complains about the racetrack.
Happens.
So he's one of those drivers that just irks me because he can win, a big race like the Knoxville Nationals, or he'll run at Bristol in the Cup car. Gets a Cup ride with Colleague Racing in 2023 to run the Bristol Dirt Race, and then pretty much says, "This isn't a race. This is a show."
And what a show they put on, though.
It is, and I'm going to tell you right now, Dave, if you can ever get out to a World of Outlaw late models or a Lucas Oil Dirt late model race, go see it.
All right, sir.
Because those are the best drivers in the country, battling it out week after week. And as we get ready to come back to green, I will say this, walking through the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame Museum, and you said it 1,000 times, racing takes care of its past. And that is so evident when you walk through these museums and Hall of Fames.
Well, here's the thing. I think racing takes care of its history, it takes care of its drivers, it takes care of its alumni better than almost any other sport besides certain baseball teams, not all of them, specifically. But, I think what racing does, what NASCAR specifically does, is it curates, an excitement, it curates, a culture of knowing that what you're doing is historical, no matter what it happens to be, whether it's, 20 cautions in 300 laps here in the M&M Xfinity Series, or is it something to the effect of, a driver coming out of retirement finishing in 7th, and there we go. Speaking of 20 cautions, we're almost there.
I bet we hate it. But nonetheless, exciting news out of SRM. We will be at the Fairbury Speedway on October 4th and the 5th, covering the Falls Frenzy, #Falls. Come out and see yours truly. Say hi. I'll take a picture with you.
If you have a good warranty on your camera.
I have my cell phone.
I'm talking about the other people that might want a picture with you.
Oh, okay.
I have the Verizon protection plan. And I cannot wait until we go to Homestead. I officially took delivery of my Ray-Ban Meta sunglasses. Oh my God, are they ever cool.
Are they mirrored?
No, actually this is the first pair of sunglasses that I've ever owned that are not mirrored.
Okay.
And they are cool. I mean, there's a camera built into them.
Well, I'm going to offer you an out on the beer thing. So next summer, I would love for you to come to the Midwest and take in some dirt racing for a weekend.
So where am I sleeping? Am I sleeping with you or?
No, I'm sleeping with my wife.
Oh. Do you have a chair in the corner of the room then for me, or?
You can stay in the Tony Trapasso Memorial Studio.
That's fine. You just leave me there. Leave me a bucket to pee in.
No, but anyways, come to the Midwest next summer. We'll offer you an out. We'll go see some great late model racing here in the Midwest. I'll pick the event, and we'll try to make it happen.
Adds to list. I don't know how much time away I can get during the summer. I do plan on being in Myrtle Beach for a week next summer. That is the game plan, if you will.
Nice.
Gotta go down and see Mom. Take the grandkids down there.
Hi, Mom.
Yeah, exactly. Hi, Mom. She's not watching, believe me. My mom would rather have bamboo shoots jammed up her fingernails than watch what we do on a Monday night.
Or we can all meet up and go to the World 100 at Eldora Speedway.
Now, this just in here from the YouTube.com live chat. Look who's running in 10th position. That's Mikey Mack right there. That's my man.
Oh, yes. Mama Mac cheering on Mikey Mack. Hey, look, I'm a Mike McConville fan for life.
When we go back green flag racing after the 18th caution, it's going to be Austin Green, Brock Packard, Bennett Allen, Dennis Mickelson, Trevor Ryan, Jeremy Brown, Curtis Sawyer, Brandon Minto, Nick Hansen, and Mike McConville. That's your top 10, and Mikey Mack has been quietly crawling up here tonight.
Yeah, and Nick Hansen's been bopping his way up to the front of the field.
Green, here we go. Lap 225, 75 to go this time by in the Monday Night NASCAR Xfinity Series regular season finale at Bristol Motor Speedway.
And we're hoping to get this one done by midnight Eastern time as Austin Green and Bennett Allen take the field down the front straightaway. 74 laps to go. Here comes Brock Packard running in that third position up 28 spots. Here comes Dennis Mickelson. And now you're starting to see that second line come in just a little bit. We're working lap 227 to 300. Here comes Bennett Allen looking to the inside. And we got a battle, the hot and heavy back there in that third position. And it's a 4-car battle, 6-car battle, I should say.
We look from above right now. We can see the 25. That's Dennis Mickelson. He's just ahead of the 46 of Jeremy Brown. And right now it looks like the High Line has most of the momentum here. They're able to work their way around Brock Packard and the 18 of Trevor Ryan. As now they start to fall into line. Watch the 03 here of Curtis Sawyer. He's the last one in this train, and now he's going to slam the door shut on the 18 from coming back up. So they're pinning the 18 and the 63 down to the low side.
Usually not what you want to have happen. As, oh boy, Brandon Minto gets a little too close to that 63 car, Brock Packard. Here comes the 03 of Curtis Sawyer. 2 by 2, doing it Noah's Ark style. Down the back chute, into turn 3, into turn 4. And a little contact made. It's okay though. Here comes the 03 car, Curtis Sawyer. Taking another shot at the 63 car, Brock Packard. Thinking about 3 wide, maybe? Nope. This is what short track's all about right here. This is what short track racing is definitely about. Close quarters racing. That high side definitely starting to come in once again. You know, that's weird. You know, stage 1 and stage 2, we saw these guys running the outside primarily. Then they all migrated to the inside. There's Mike McConville out of Cape May, New Jersey. He's working that number 99 car with Nick Hansen, bopping his way up around the top of the Speedway.
Side by side they go. The one gets just underneath his teammate Nick Hansen in the 99. He sets his sights right on his other teammate Brock Packard in the 63. Mike McConville is one of these mad scientists when it comes to building setups. So if you think that you've got it figured out, he's got one step ahead of you. That's for sure, as he gets the number 1 car up 13 positions right now. However, our biggest mover of the race is Dennis Mikkelsen, Landau. He runs in P3 right now, up 31 spots after starting dead last in 34th.
Right now, lap 238, here comes that number 46 car, Jeremy Brown, trying to take a look. And as I said, hey, here comes Brandon Mitto. He's taking a look also, taking a peek, thinking about it. Maybe not, maybe so.
I guess we have to wait and see how this one unfolds. As we get that timing tower back down here, we go back up here to our race leader. Austin Green is running away with this thing. Right now, he's 0.8 of a second ahead of Bennett Allen, and Bennett Allen's gapping Mikkelsen by 2.4 seconds and then some.
I feel like the first 2 stages, we've got all the shenanigans out of the way. And now we're going to say mean and green to the rest of the way here. We've got 59 laps to go here, this one. Make that 58 laps. Nonetheless, Austin Green almost out to second lead. That's the eyeball test back to Bennett Allen. As Ethan Ball would be the first car to go a lap down to Austin Green. When it's not a matter of when Austin Green catches the back of the field, it's a matter of when.
$55 laps to go now. We've finally gotten down into the double digits to go. And just as I say that, caution number 19, we're going to see 20 yet.
Did I say we're going to stay green to the end? Because I was totally tripping.
Holy crap. Well, we're going to step aside and pay some bills here on Sim Racing Media. Hopefully when we come back, we'll have a green flag finish to the end. I'm Dave Regal, he's Alan Bergen, and this is Monday Night NASCAR.
Masker can't defend. He's got the outside line for the second part, and he can't hold on.
Going the long way around. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead as they all come to the line. Who is going to take it in the end?
And here comes Lockwood. He's going to make the move to the outside. Quinn tries to force it off a little bit, but there he goes. It's going to be side by side through turn 1.
Will he be able to cover him off? He does. Weaving back to the left-hand side. Reynolds is trying everything. The kitchen sink is being thrown at it.
They're leaning on each other. Coming into turn number 3. It's going to be a drag race through 3 and 4. Coming back to the line.
as they're still 4 wide on the run down into the back straightaway. Demerit's looking for a line as well. What is going on in Michigan?
Novak into the fence. They're still beating and banging.
Oh my
and to the
goodness!
line.
He is much faster coming through there. Is there damage on Challenger? Abramitis is ahead. There's going to be a race to the line. Who is going to get it?
So hi, my name's Christy. I am a wife, a mother of 3 children. I am a sister and an aunt of lots of nieces and nephews, and I'm also a substitute teacher. So my everyday life changed by going to appointments, a lot of appointments, a lot of scans. As during the treatment, my body just got weaker, so I wasn't as active with my children and with my husband. So I was laying on the couch a lot more. I'm an active person, and so that just didn't sit well with me, but that's how it changed. My body was just weaker, and I couldn't do the things that I used to do. So there was a lady in where I live from a local church who had heard that I had breast cancer, and she sent me a letter just reaching out for support, and she actually said that she's the one that told me about Trisha's Hope and that I should contact them, so I did. So specifically, I wasn't able to really work during my treatment or anything like that, so the grant that I was able to get helped me pay my bills, provide gas money. I was driving to and from treatments, and so it helped a lot with bills and everything. I would just say I am so grateful for Trisha's Hope and for all the people that have donated, because I don't know what I would have done without them.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Preen Garden Weed Preventer and Preen Garden Weed Preventer Plus Plant Food block weeds before they start and are safe for use around over 400 flowers, vegetables, trees, and shrubs. Best of all, they give you 3 months of freedom from weeding in just 4 easy steps. You can apply Preen anytime before or during the growing season. But since it's a weed preventer, not a weed killer, early spring is best. Here's how. Start by removing existing weeds and their roots in the area where you want to apply Preen. Sprinkle granules directly onto dry soil, mulch, or stone so that they're evenly spaced. Within 24 hours of applying, integrate the granules into the top layer of soil or mulch or stone-covered bed. Finally, water with a hose or sprinkler or a well-timed soaking rain to activate the protective weed barrier. When activated, Preen creates an invisible weed-fighting barrier just below the soil surface that targets and prevents weed seeds from sprouting and forming roots. People and pets may enter the treated area once dusts have settled and the area is thoroughly dry from watering or first rain. That's it. Now you'll have a beautiful weed-free space, and 3 months to do anything but weeding. Satisfaction guaranteed. Trusted for over 50 years, Preen is America's #1 weed preventer brand with weed preventers for every type of garden.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
Welcome back to the last great Coliseum, Bristol Motor Speedway. Dave Regal and Alan Bergen with you here in the Tony Trapasso Memorial Broadcast booth. Alan, this has been an interesting race, and it's almost becoming a race of attrition as we're trying to work our way toward lap number 300. 15 cars on the lead lap. It's better than it was last night, but I'll tell you what, at least with the car count there. But I'll tell you what, watching all of these cautions is starting to become dizzying.
Well, we got 40 laps to go. Austin Green doing Austin Green things. Curtis Sawyer in that number 03 car. But here, I want you to take note of the 63 car up 27 spots. Brock Packard is currently running third right now. He's the highest of the bubble drivers. So, I mean, he's essentially, right now, I would say he's in. No matter how this shakes out, because John Wilk goes down 31 laps, and, well, I don't think he's going to come back from that. Unfortunately, Parker Retzlaff not having the night that he had hoped for, and, it's been, like you said, a race of attrition. We got about 44 laps left here to go, and, This is the racing that we're used to seeing, these long green flag runs, and 20 or 14 cars on the lead lap with 20 cautions.
Well, you'll have to forgive me for perhaps not paying as close of attention as I should, taking a look here at the Philadelphia Phillies schedule for next season's spring training. Just trying to figure out which days your faithful broadcaster will be missing next year. As we work lap 267, watch this battle here between Nick Hansen, and Brock Packard. Watch the high side. Packard here holding on there for dear life as the Casey's 99 machine with Nick Hansen at the wheel holds the low side. He's going to be pushed around by Sam Bolin in the 67 as, of course, that out of the Jackdown Motorsports stable holding his own right now, as now the 99 is able to push his way in front of Brock Packard.
The 99 car, Nick Hansen, the long-lost Hansen brother, working the high side, trying to run down Jeremy Brown there in that number 46 car. Almost doing that diamond corner. Here comes Bennett Allen, though. Bennett is definitely not in it right now. Sam Bolin is Nick's closest competition.
Well, as we work now with 30 to go, now 29, Austin Green's going to be your race leader. He'll be followed by Curtis Sawyer, Dennis Mickelson, and Trevor Ryan. Drivers now start. I see a lot more orange and yellow on my timing screen than I have all night long. A lot of these drivers have now gotten themselves separated by a lot. Of course, many of them have burned all 4 sets of their tires. And now, as we creep up to the 25 to go, they may be working with their last round of tires.
Yeah, you're not wrong. 25 laps to go. Now we're down to your Saturday night feature. Austin Green going around that 8 car, and that's Alexander Gangler, who is 1 lap down. And this is what we knew would happen. 25 to go here from Bristol, Tennessee. And Austin Green doing Austin Green things out to a 2.5 second lead over Curtis Sawyer and Dennis Mickelson. As he's going to go around the 62 car of John Wilco. And he's going to make that look easy-ish.
Easy-ish, he says.
Easy-ish.
Lap 277 in the books as we watch Austin Green now roll on past the 78. Now we can see Austin Green and Curtis Sawyer. They're starting to separate themselves from where Trevor Ryan and Dennis Mickelson run. As Trevor Ryan here in the 18 is going to be chasing down Mickelson. We can see that from right here on the hood of the 18 machine. He's trying to reel in Mickelson, and he's starting to gain on him ever so gently. And the thing is, that can be awfully misleading, especially this late in the race when you're starting to get hungry. We're nearly at 20 to go.
21 to go. Getting ready to come to 20 to go. Trevor Ryan there in that number 18 car. Now's the time where you got to be on your game more than ever. It's real easy to say, oh, we got 20 to go, I can go ahead and send it. But you can lose so much time, especially on the later end of the stage and the later end of this race. As you don't want to be too, well, you got to be aggressive. You got to go for it. Just send it.
Lots of drivers getting ready to send it here as we're down to 20 laps to go. Time starting to run out. We take a peek back here at Mikey Mac McConville. Now, Mike is sitting back here in 10th position. Brandon Minto in 12th. So if Minto finishes ahead of McConville, he would be your regular season points winner. And McConville here trying to do everything that he can to stay as far up in front of Minto. So he's got to be looking into the rearview mirror, and first off, he sees nothing but this. This is what McConville... Oh, Jesus, criminy Christmas. All of a sudden, Minto just gets around McConville.
You know, this race is almost like a hurricane. It's exciting at first, but it could end in disaster for one of these, 10 drivers in the top 10 right now.
15 laps to go this time at the line. Austin Green, your race leader. Everybody's finally started to behave themselves. It only took them, 285 laps. Go figure.
Only?
Yeah.
Only?
Yep. That's all I got there.
Only 285 laps to get this thing figured out. And there's that car again. I think the driver of the 23 car needs to call his doctor. He's been in here for more than 36 minutes.
I've been watching this battle closely. 13 laps left here, and it just seems like all of a sudden these guys from Austin Call here on back through Mike McConville in 12th, all of a sudden they've decided to get a little chippy here. Let's watch Brock Packard as he rolls on by here, leading Austin Call and Sylvain Joly. Now, Call and Joly both started where they are right now in 9th and 10th position, respectively. And they're not going to be satisfied with finishing where they began, as now Joly crawls up 1 and Call drops down 1.
So the sands of the hourglass are starting to run out for a lot of these drivers. Austin Green is working his way through lap traffic. Oh boy. If you're Curtis Sawyer, you're trying to figure out what you need to do to, 1, catch Austin Green, and 2, to pass him. And lap traffic could be the beneficiary, but it could not be.
We finally see the single digits pop up. 9 laps to go. Austin Green, your race leader. And all of a sudden, now there are 7 cars left on the lead lap. And now, all of a sudden, he starts chewing through this. There's Sam Boland. He's the last car on the lead lap for the time being. Here's Austin Green in the 32, and there's Boland just ahead of him.
Oh, man. What we kind of figured that this would happen sooner or later. as we have 7 laps to go. Just 7 laps left here. And Austin Green is 5.5 seconds ahead of Curtis Sawyer in that number 03 car.
And now 6. Austin Green with 6 laps to go and 7 drivers left in the lead lap. Oh no, who is that with their hood popped up?
I don't know, but we're going to stay green.
It's Derek Baycorn in the 23. He can't even see where he's going right now.
Well, the hood's standing at attention.
Just in case you needed a reminder to take your little blue pill, this one's right up his nose. 4 laps to go.
Oh, man. Maybe I'll just call the doctor now.
Only if it's up for more than 4 hours. You call the hood doctor. Uncle Scott cheering on Brandon Minto. Uncle Scott, of course, from up there in Michigan. Brandon Minto down there in Norman, Oklahoma. And as he rolls out of turn number 4, the popsicle sticks go in the air. We're 2 laps to go.
I thought I'd never hear you say that. White flag is out. We're racing back to checkered flag. Austin
With those
Green
popsicle
down the
sticks go down, Austin Green rolls it out of turn number 3 toward 4. He's going to have control of this. Austin Green wins it here in the regular season finale of the Monday Night NASCAR Xfinity Series. Curtis Sawyer now gets across the start-finish line, followed closely by Jeremy Brown, Nick Hansen, and Sam Bolin. Those are your top 5 drivers. It's about time that we see the checkered flag.
Yay. Austin Green,
stuff.
Curtis Sawyer, and Jeremy Brown around at your podium here tonight.
We'll go ahead and we'll move these guys on down here to the broadcast waiting room. There's Jeremy Brown. Let's see if we can find Sawyer. Sawyer and Green. And I don't see Austin Green yet.
I don't either.
Well, let's start this party 3-2-1. Here is Jeremy Brown, who finished in 3rd position tonight. Hey, Jeremy, it's Dave up in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, Dave. How you doing?
Buddy, I'm good. Listen, you come out here in the 46 machine. You finish on the podium. How are you feeling right now from Appomattox?
I'm feeling pretty good, man. I'll tell you what, I was busy in the one-arm field with the crabs there for a long time, flying those jets around the gymnasium, but, you know, we come out all right.
I mean, listen, finishing in 3rd, you can't ask for much more than that.
No, I'm tickled to death. I'm not going to lie. This is only my 2nd real race with these guys. I joined in Watkins Glen last week and didn't get to race, so I'm super tickled with this.
Well, and you absolutely should be. I mean, you've earned this spot tonight. You've earned this 3rd place finish. I know that it's here in the regular season finale, but, you know, what are you thinking as far as next season? I mean, will you be back? Is this something that you enjoy doing? What do you learn from these drivers?
Absolutely. I'm enjoying it a whole lot, and I'm definitely thinking about coming back next year, maybe in more than one series. So.
Well, we certainly look forward to it. I know that maybe we can compromise there at Appomattox. We appreciate everything that you do here in the league. Of course, we want to welcome you as it is just your 2nd start here in the series. And before we cut you loose, who do you need to thank and who helped you get it done tonight in the 46 team?
I'd like to thank all the guys at Elite Motorsports. They're my teammates. I don't have any of them in this league. I'm kind of trying them out. Hopefully, I can rope some of them guys in for next season. And Elite Designs for the paint on the car, and you guys for putting on a great show. I watch all of the live streams for the other series too. So that's kind of what got me into this league, was watching you guys. So.
Well, we appreciate that. We appreciate that for sure. I got my start in this league, and what a great group of guys that you have the opportunity to race with, and I am thankful to be up here watching them safely ensconced in the broadcast booth, so I appreciate that, my friend.
Right. Yeah. Oh, and Chris, too, because like it's got to be an enormous amount of work that he puts in to put all these leagues together, man. So he does a great job with it, too.
Yeah, Chris is busier than a cucumber in a woman's prison, I can tell you that much.
I bet he is.
All right, brother. Listen, congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man.
Well, the voice of our third-place finisher, Jeremy Brown. Now with you, Alan, down there on pit road should be Curtis Sawyer.
Curtis, it's Alan. How's it going, buddy?
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Hey, look, man. You finished second on the podium here tonight. Not quite the run that you wanted. And, you know, as Austin Green won this thing going away with a 6-second lead, what more did you need out of the car to perhaps maybe catch Austin Green and pass him?
I think I overheated the right rear tire trying to do something to run him down. He was really fast there at the end. Not really sure what else I could have done.
Well, look, man, you put on a show, you know, and you know, so many cautions here tonight. What was going through your mind as you know, you're trying to work through all these cautions?
Well, it just seemed like everybody was being a little impatient and ready to go, and I just kind of got what I could get and kind of survived the night, just trying to get to the end.
All right, well, look, brother, man, before we get you out of here, is there anybody that you'd like to thank to help get you here tonight?
Yeah, I just wanted to thank the guys at Legacy Esports and Boyd Hogan and all the guys that worked on cars for me. And thank you guys for putting on the show and hanging out with us up there in that broadcast.
All right, man, we're going to get you out of here, and we'll see you on the next one.
Thank you.
Well, Alan, another one in the books. The regular season comes to a blissful close here at Bristol, baby. And I'll tell you what, man, what a run we had tonight. It was long, it was arduous, but we finally got there.
We did, and as we get ready to move on to Kansas and go racing here in the Midwest, I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. And, well, Dave, let's get out of here. Let's get out of here. Let's take one more look at the standings here as we see how this one shook out.
Yeah, taking a look at those final race results here on your screen as we see them pop up. Austin Green and Curtis Sawyer and Jeremy Brown finish on the podium. Austin Green captures the checkered flag. Nick Hansen and Sam Bolin round out the rest of your top five, while Dennis Mickelson, Sylvain Joly, Brandon Minto, Mike McConville, and Brock Packard make up the rest of your top 10. Austin Call finishes in 11th with Ethan Ball in 12th. Alexander Gangler, Bennett Allen, Trevor Ryan, Rich Jett, Ron Fitting, and Derek Bacorn, along with John Wilco and Dan Morgan, all finish out your top 20. Tyler Divinanzo and Chris Claude finished 21st and 22nd, with Zach Vaughn and Tyler Chalk in 23rd and 24th. Parker Retzlaff has a rough night and finishes in 25th, while Michael Pilardi, Daniel Moynihan, Anthony Savignano, Randall Watkins, and Claude Furland, they all finish down here to make up your top 30, and the rest of the best is Keith Black, Ben Garrity, Logan Giesbrecht, Richard Pruitt, and Matt Mackin. So for myself, Dave Regal, and my broadcast partner extraordinaire, my brother from another mother, Mr. Alan Bergen, we want to thank you for tuning in tonight on YouTube.com, and of course, checking us out every night of the week. 6 nights of racing. We have actually 7 all but here on SRM, so we want to thank all of you for making us a part of your evening. We want to thank you for welcoming us into your homes and onto your phones. And tomorrow and every day as you walk down the road of life, please don't play in traffic. Good night, everybody.